Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special chat with Sylvia Abergil from Toronto. I'm Franziska Siragusa, author, ascension leader, and principal teacher with the Diana Cooper School. Hi, Sylvia. I'm so happy to have you here with me today.
Hi, Franziska. Thank you so much for having me. I feel honored to be here with you. Thank you.
It's such a pleasure. So, Sylvia, you are an Ashatari mystic and alchemist, and you are the founder of Evolving Expressions and the creator of the Alchemy of Oneness. Would you please tell us what an Ashatari is? It sounds very magical, fascinating. What is it?
Well, I actually just took on that name or title, let's say, um, as I was curating this pilgrimage to Egypt and then all the other bodies of work that are now sort of coming through for me. Namely the Alchemy of Oneness. It came through in 2024. Um, Everything started to shift. There was just so much that just started to shift for me, and I went through many different transitions. And so the work that I do, and I'm currently doing as a soul alignment coach and quantum healing, um, hypnosis I do, and Reiki master teacher, all of those things were just didn't feel like it captured the essence of everything that I do. And so um, I was just exploring and I came across Ashatari. And when I looked at what that meant, it totally resonated because Ashatari represents Ishtar, the goddess Ishtar, which is
Ah,
also another version of Inanna. And
yes.
so, she's known as the Queen of Heaven, the deity of love and fertility and warfare. So it's like that the duality, love and war, and birth and death, which I feel like I've gone through many births and deaths in the last few years. And she's actually depicted as holding weapons, and she's standing on a lion. So the cat energy also is very present with her.
Wow.
And so, and she descends into the underworld and she goes through the seven gates, which is something that I've also done in my own journey. And the underworld is a big portion of my work and what I do and what I've personally done in my own journey. And so just going through all of the different layers of what Ashitari actually encompasses, she's sort of the cosmic, multidimensional being that brings heaven to earth, heaven on earth, and illuminates the shadows, and is the one that brings harmony or balance to the divine feminine and masculine energies. So it all speaks to what I do. So she integrates the polarities. So she's the ultimate archetype for the um, balancing of masculine and feminine energies. And so I just thought, yeah, well, this is who I am now. It's like this really truly represents me. And when in one of my retreats, actually, I was in Sedona and we were doing a shaman a walk. It's just called a walk. And so we were doing this walk, and we came to this top of this mountain, and he said to me, what do you see? And are you frozen, Francisco?
I think it was your words. I was just
I'm kind
about
of
to
feeling that too.
say,
It's just like the
yeah,
frequency.
it was the frequency when you said that you're a cosmic, multi-dimensional being that brings heaven to earth. That's so powerful. I was about to say, like, oh wow, a cosmic, multi-dimensional being that brings heaven to earth. And at that moment, it went.
Yeah, so I was like, okay,
It's
trying to
fine.
keep it going.
So,
Wow.
do you want to tell us a little bit more about your spiritual journey as an Ashatari mystic and alchemist?
Yeah, so the recording is going, I guess, right?
It's going, yeah.
Okay. So yes, so I don't even remember what I was saying, but it's sort of encompassed everything that I am and how I feel about myself today. And so I decided, okay, this is who I am now. And so I'm, stepping into that energy of Ashatari. Um, yeah.
It feels really very powerful, like, a goddess. A
And
goddess.
there's many goddesses, like, and we all
Yes,
are.
of
And
course.
it's just bringing that energy forward. And my journey has definitely taken me here. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I think I was talking about my trip to Sedona and working with the shaman. And as we walked, we came to the top of the mountain, and he said, Sylvia, what do you see? Just tell me whatever comes to you. And I said, beauty, just heaven. And and then he came to me and he said, you're to bring heaven on earth.
Mm.
This was like maybe 8, 9 years ago. And so I said, oh, okay. I didn't know what he meant by that at the time, but I certainly do now. And heaven is within us. And it's our perspective of how we live life. And when we move through all these layers and really do the work in the underground, which is really internally our own bodies, and we find heaven. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has many interpretations. I feel it's part of all our mission, all of us light workers, that it's part of our mission to bring heaven to earth. And I feel we do that also when we clear, like you said, when we clear, I usually think of the chakra column. So in the
Yes.
Dhyana school, we work with 12 chakras. So when they are all clear and fully activated in the fifth dimension, then the energies can flow freely through you. So you bring in the energy from heaven down through your chakra column into the earth, and you bring the energy up through your chakra
Right.
column from earth to heaven,
Yes.
like a
Yeah,
two-way flow. So we become channels. So I
absolutely.
believe that you have a special interest in ancient Egypt and the Egyptian gods and goddesses such as Isis, Hathor, Sekhmet, and Osiris. Can you tell us about the importance of Egypt, its temples, and the pyramids in relation to the dimensional shift that Earth is going through at this time?
Sure. So yeah, I think I always had this interest in Egypt. Um, doing the work that I do, especially with quantum healing hypnosis, there's you really have a more greater look into your past lives. And so through those processes, there are a number in Egypt. And so I remembered some lives there and really connected to ancient Egypt, not only through the hypnosis, but also through Yeshua's journey. Jesus and his history also comes
Yes,
from Egypt, right?
yes,
And so
absolutely.
Anna, grandmother of Jesus, studied in, or she was writing, studying, doing a lot of things in Egypt, but the story is there. It starts there and then goes into Israel. So ancient Egypt really holds a lot of history. And so I was very fascinated with that. and then came across the different gods and goddesses. And where it really became profound for me was, again, a couple of years ago in April of 2024. I went to Egypt with a group of women. And just before we went, we were preparing and we were doing different meditations. And I really started feeling the presence of Osiris and Isis, like very present with me. And while I was in Egypt, at the Osiris temple, I had some really interesting experiences where just the energy there is so amplified. And we just went out in pairs to work together. And just this energy just came through me, and I was just channeling for her. And she did the same for me. And sitting around the water, there's a pool of water in the Osiris temple underground. And that water is just like really magical. You could just, I don't know, go off into different worlds just staring into the water. And we were told that that water looks dirty, and they've tried to clean it because they felt it was dirty. And it has a greenish tinge to it. But every time they've drained it, try to clean it, it comes back. They don't know where it comes from, and it still has the greenish tint. So, it remains. So it's magical water. I don't know, there's something magical about it. And just the fact that they don't know where this water comes from, as much as they've tried to clean and drain it. So, yeah, sorry, you were going to say
So
something.
sorry, I was just going to ask, where exactly is the Osiris temple?
Um, in Luxor. I believe it's in
In
Luxor.
Luxor. Okay.
Can't remember, is it Luxor or Abydos?
That's okay, don't worry.
Abydos. It's Abydos. It's
Abydos.
Abydos. Yeah. Yeah. The temple of or Osiris is in Abydos. Yeah. Not Luxor. Um, yeah, and then of course Isis she's known as the mother, carries the mother energy and the divine feminine. She's the ultimate divine feminine. Hathor is actually the cosmic mother, so she's actually again before Isis, and she's known more as the cosmic womb creator, the raw uh, like a euphoric energy she carries, and Isis brings it into like the physical form. So she's like more the midwife is what she's known as, but she's still the mother. So that representation of the mother is very strong for me, just with who I am as a mom and a grandmother now. So it just kind of all like just fits in for me. And just the energy these gods and goddesses bring forward. And Sekhmet, of course, she's a transmuter. She's a fiery goddess who works with the shadows and helps to clean and cleanse. And she's very much like Kali, the Indian goddess as well.
Oh,
But
yes.
she also, clears and cleanses the chakra. She's also known as the bringer of the Kundalini, the fire. Like if you really work with her, she can really cleanse and start to bring your Kundalini to rise. So,
And
yeah,
Sekhmet is connected to Sirius, and of course she has the lion
yes,
features.
yes, exactly. So that's the other connection as well. So there's so many connections, but these goddesses or gods and goddesses uh, were very interesting for me. So they're kind of front and center for me in this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel that they are in some way contributing to the dimensional shift that we are living at the
Yes.
moment?
Absolutely. Like well, it's said that ancient Egypt was created. I mean, obviously, multidimensional beings were part of the creation of ancient Egypt. And so Sirius, Orion, the Pleiades, they were all part of this creation. And so, again, that's another reason that Egypt holds such high frequency and it's so powerful,
Mm.
right? And so, yeah, for sure.
So in our school, we have like a training. It's called Golden Atlantis training.
Okay.
So in that training, we teach about the Atlantean high priests that were there at the beginning of the Golden Age and at the end of the Golden Age.
Oh, okay.
And 6 of them were, in fact, the beings that became Egyptian gods later. So they were,
Oh,
yeah. So they were
okay.
Thoth, Horus, Ra, Isis, Imhotep, and Set.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You did, yeah. So something
Yeah.
new. Something new.
Something new. Wow, okay.
Yes. And the
Very
other
interesting.
6, because there were 12 of them, the other 6 became Greek gods.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were Zeus, Poseidon, Apollo, Hera, Aphrodite, and I think I missed one. um, Hermes. Hermes.
Hermes. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So they were actually high priests and high priestesses at the time of Atlantis. And so, for example, it is said that Ra, he took his tribe to Egypt. So each of them took their tribe to somewhere around the world. So
Okay.
they must have agreed to then later reincarnate in Egypt and Greece and to
Yes.
become known as these particular Egyptian and Greek gods.
Yes, actually, like so when I was studying about Ishtar, it says there that Ishtar is connected to Inanna, but then in the Greek mythology, she's connected to Aphrodite.
Ah,
So it's like a reincarnation. So it's, so I thought that was
yeah,
interesting. Oh, there's so
yes,
many different, yeah.
very interesting.
But
And
I think all of those mythologies, like they have something to teach us,
of course,
right? Yeah.
absolutely. And is anything you can tell us about the feline features of Sekhmet? I'm always fascinated. Everything to do with cats. I love it.
Cats. Well, I mean,
Big cats.
I believe it's all because of the Sirius, the
Yeah,
planet,
the
right? And
serious
Sirius
connection,
A,
yes.
B, so that connection for sure. And then that fierceness, the lioness, like she's got that power in her to like really take charge of the underworld, the shadows, the
Mm.
illusions, like really breaking all of the illusions. But then there's that loving side to her too. Like she's very loving and healing. And so she's, again, that she has that dual nature and she balances it really beautifully. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So I was told, yeah, that I also came from Sirius and that I was part of these lion people. And in fact, once during an interview, I was interviewing Paulette Raymond. She was pointing out that from my teeth, she could tell that I come from Sirius.
Oh, wow. Well, it's interesting you're saying that because when I was doing my studies with the indigenous people,
Yes.
um, we did a lot of different vision quests and drumming circles and different things. Um, and in one of our circles, when we finished that circle, actually the teacher said, my daughter is going to paint the essence of each of you. And so she was a beautiful artist, and I had no idea what she was going to paint on me. And she just said, accept whatever shows up. Okay. So when she was done with me and I went to the mirror, it was a cat. But it felt so good. Like as I stared at myself, I thought, wow, this actually resonates for me. That
Yeah,
cat energy, right? And yes, and I've also been told that I'm from Sirius as well. So there's that
right,
connection.
right.
So so Sirius, Orion, the Pleiades, they all are connected for me.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
I have this book called The Lion
Ah, the lion
People.
people.
Do
Okay.
you know this? It's
No, I haven't.
written by a lady called Mary Hope. So this
Okay.
talks about the lion people from Sirius. And I'm also very fascinated about the white lions. Have you heard
Oh
about the
yes, I
white
love the white
lions?
lions. I've heard of them. Yeah.
So you've heard of them. Yeah,
Yes.
this book is also absolutely fascinating by
Okay.
Linda Tucker. So she describes them as very high frequency beings that carry Christ consciousness.
Mm.
And in fact, in her book, when she talks about lions, she shares that they come from originally. She refers to lions as star beasts, and she tells us, yeah, they come from Orion. In particular, the three stars, the belt, the belt,
Okay.
the stars of the belt of Orion,
Right.
Sirius, and also literally from the Leo constellation. And quoting something from her book, which I think sounds absolutely fascinating, she says, Sirius is the eye of the sky lion,
Mm.
the central star of the belt of Orion is the soul of the lion,
Mm.
and Regulus in the center of the Leo constellation is the heart of the
Wow.
skyline. When I read that, I just,
Yeah.
it
Wow.
really resonated. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And is there anything you can tell us about the Great Pyramid? Everyone wants to know
Oh, wow.
about the Great Pyramid.
The Great Pyramid, yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. Yeah, the
What about
energy there is.
your experience? Did you go? You must have
Yes, so we
visited.
did. We went into the Queen's chamber and then we went into the King's chamber and we did a ceremony in the King's chamber. Sorry. Um, um, so while we were there, the ceremony, the way that we structured it, that we would have all the ladies sit sort of in a full circle, and then there would be an intimate circle in the center. So I was in the intimate circle, I think 5 or 6 of us, back to back, and we all just sort of just chanted or sang whatever came through us. When it was my turn, I just opened my mouth, and this sound came through me. And I
Wow.
cannot tell you, like, it it didn't stop. It just kept going and going. And it was a deep sound, like, and I could feel it. It was just this energy from the earth all the way up through the cosmos. And it shook me to my core. I don't even know what was happening to me at the time. And I'm shaking now, thinking to that.
Wow.
And and so when we were done, my shaman teacher was with us. So he said, "Do you know what that was? What happened to you?" And I said, "No, what was that?" And he said that was the sound of the primordial mother that was coming through you.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just totally taken back. The most interesting thing was that not everybody heard it. There must have been 30 people in the room, and maybe 6 heard it. And so that was very interesting for me. And the other
Very.
part was when we finished in the pyramid and we left, my friend who was here in Toronto texted me to say, Sylvia, I heard you in that same moment.
Oh my God.
So I was, what? Yeah.
And so what did it sound like? I'm
It
assuming you
was
could.
just a deep, um, almost like an ah, but it was very,
Ah,
very
yeah, like
strong ah
a
sound.
heart
Yeah.
sound. Ah,
And it was just opening, opening, opening.
yeah,
Um, and so that has stayed with me. And that's why I connect with like the mother and any
yes,
sort of mother energy, any gods and
of
goddesses
course.
that hold that. It just really resonates for me. So
And and have you been down in the pyramid? Did
no,
you go
we didn't.
down?
It's really hard to go right down because the crevice
Yes.
going down, it's just so narrow. Like you have to be like,
I remember it very well. I was brave,
oh, you went down there.
courageous. I did.
Okay.
So I remember it very well, going backwards, holding on to ropes on the side, going down, down, down. Then there were passages you had to go on all four. And
Right.
then you came into a room which is called the Fountain Room. I saw that
Okay.
afterwards. I have no idea what it's called in Drunvalo or Melchizedek's book.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
have it, but I happened to visit my sister, and she had this book, and I was just
Okay.
flicking through it, and
Yeah.
I saw the information, like a plan of the pyramid in there, and there were explanations about how you would have taken your initiations in the pyramid. So
Oh.
listen to what I experienced. So I was
Yes.
there in that room, in that fountain room. We were also doing some singing, chanting, and I was with a group, and and then everyone left except for, yeah, I was there at the far end of the room, and there was a girl at the other end, and a couple of men were there still as well. So this
Yeah.
girl started walking towards me, and it was like something shifted. It was like a priestess was coming towards me. I just felt a shift, and she said, "Shall we crawl into that tunnel?" And she was pointing to a tunnel in the wall. I said, "Yeah, why not?" So off we went on all fours into this tunnel. I have no idea where where it would take us, or it was really, really tight.
Yeah.
And it took us to a dead end, basically. So she
Oh,
was ahead and I followed her. And then it was a dead end. So we just crawled backwards out again.
backwards.
And then we went on to visit the other chambers. And I remember exactly still the order in which we did it. So we went to the Queen's chamber, to the
Queen's chamber
King's
first.
chamber.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah, it's the queens
We
and the
went
king.
to we yeah, but we did it. So we went to the king, to the queen, and to the king again. I think it
Oh,
was
okay.
something like that. And in that book, I saw that it was exactly the order that we did is how it was explained in the book that
Wow.
it was done. It was like, a really wow moment.
Magical.
Yes. So that was my experience.
That's
And I can
incredible.
also share a little bit about what we teach about the pyramid in our school.
Yeah.
So in our school, we teach Diana, so these obviously Diana Cooper's teachings. So
Yeah.
she tells us that the Great Pyramid is one of six cosmic pyramids. And this is actually from this book. It's called The
Oh, okay. The
Golden
golden future.
Future by Diana Cooper. And she tells us that these pyramids were built after the fall of Atlantis, and they are programmed with the higher knowledge of the universe. So the one in Egypt was built by Ra, so the god Ra, at
Yeah.
that time, Atlantean high priest Ra,
Right.
and together with Archangel Metatron.
Yes,
And
I
there were
heard.
also other higher beings that were involved in building this pyramid. And they were Serapis Bey, the Ascended Master,
Yeah.
Serapis
Yeah.
Bey, as well as the Ascended Master El Moria and
Okay.
Paul the Venetian. So interestingly, we were talking about bringing earth to heaven and heaven to earth. So
Right.
Diana told us that the pyramid, this particular pyramid, was built to anchor the symbol of the six-pointed star. So the six-pointed star would be a triangle pointing upwards and then the other one
Yeah.
pointing downwards. Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the Star of David.
exactly, that's the one I meant. So to anchor that symbol into the pyramid, to bring earth to
Right.
heaven and heaven to earth. In that way, it creates a flow of energy. So high frequency energy from the higher dimensions would be coming down through the
Right.
pyramid. And again, from hollow earth, high frequency energy would be coming up.
Right.
Because of course, hollow earth would be, the inside our planet. There are also beings who live there.
Right.
Yeah, so normally people would obviously think that stars or planets, they may be inhabited on the outside, but in
Right.
fact, they're also inhabited inside. So the earth would contain beings who are representations of all the ancient wise civilizations that lived on Earth, like the Atlanteans, the Lemurians, the
Right.
Babylonians, and animals as well. So there would be representations of all different animals that have lived on Earth, and even extinct ones.
Yes, actually, I mean, this is how I uh, got to know about it is through John Vallo as well. I read all of
Ah,
his books, I did his workshops, and in some of his videos, he talks about, going underground and being taken underground. So
yes,
that, he's very connected to, and obviously multidimensional, galactical, he's everything.
right.
And so yeah, so he talks about his experience um, with the beings that are inside the earth. So all the different dimensions and layers of the earth.
So I'm noticing that many, many people are attracted by Egypt. And it
Yes.
must be because it contains keys and codes.
Yes, absolutely. Like I think it's got very high frequency vibrational crystals even. And I mean the way that it's
Yes,
built is built with crystals and limestones to carry these specific um, frequencies and codes. So when we're there and we're open, it does help us to like remember our true
exactly.
nature,
Yes. So it
right?
activates us. We can receive downloads and it activates keys and codes of a new way of being, doesn't it?
Yes. And right now, with what's happening with the earth, with the shift that's
Yeah.
happening,
Yes.
moving from the dark ages to the light, it's and people might think, well, what does that mean? But it's the density that we carry, like the layers of the density of all the conditioning, belief systems, like everything that we've just taken on like a sponge. It's time to remove all of that. It's all illusions that we've carried, and we've lost sight of our true nature, which is the light that we are, the divine nature of ourselves, our soul. And so I think the soul is kind of knocking at the door to say,
It's
once they come
yeah.
out and play,
So
um,
it's a preparation. When we go
it's a
to
preparation.
Egypt, we can receive downloads, visiting the temples,
Yes,
connecting to the Egyptian gods. They, like you said, they will help us remember and activate even our gifts, our talents we once had,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely. Like, I mean, and
getting
it can be
us,
instant. Some people have experienced
yeah,
it instantly.
and
And
getting us ready for the new age, the new golden age that
yes, because I mean, we're
is
so
starting.
absolutely, absolutely. Like, I just feel like we're so dense and we've been so used to just navigating life through our physical senses. Now we're being opened up to our energetic senses. So, like, our spidey senses are opening up. Um, so that we work more with our frequency, our energy, and our sixth senses, seventh, eighth, like we have so many that we haven't even touched on. And so all of that is opening up, and Egypt is a beautiful place to actually make that happen, to start activating what's inside of us, like especially even the Nile. The Nile is known as the Kundalini again, right? And it's moves from the south to the north. And so the temples are not just structures, they're actual temple activations of the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the crown, the third eye,
Mm,
all of it. So we
yes.
move through that.
Mm. And are you planning to go to Egypt in the near future? Are you actually taking
Yes.
people to Egypt?
Yes, so actually, I've just curated a beautiful, intimate pilgrimage to happen this October. So
Oh,
it's gonna be the 9th to the 20th. And so I planned a Nile cruise to do exactly what I just said, to move through the
mm.
Nile, to open up each of those chakras. And and then we will be visiting um, all the other temples as well. So we'll be going to Luxor, to Abydos, and of course to the Great Pyramid. We're also going to be going to the Temple of Dendera, which is where the star constellation is. And
Ah,
so it's said that there, um, again, Sirius has a great part in this temple in Dendera, and it's also part of the North Star constellation, I believe. And so it really opens you to your star lineage. So by being in that temple, you can actually um, understand like your lineage of where you come from. It's sort of like opening the doors to the Akashic records, but in a galactic way.
so does it have images of the
Yes,
stars
so it's
or
got images all over, like especially the ceiling,
because I haven't
the
been
ceiling
there.
of the
I
temple.
didn't get that far, I think. Not sure.
Yes, so this is part of this particular journey. I haven't experienced that for myself, but the lady that I'm working with said this is a must. So I said, okay, let's go there. Let's do it. Um,
Mm.
so I'm really excited about this trip. It's going to be a real magical trip. It's really truly about remembering union. And as I was curating this, remembering sacred union actually came to me in a dream. That would be
Oh,
the title of
Sacred
this
Union.
journey. Yeah, remembering sacred union.
Mm. Okay, and you will share the link with me. I can put it in.
Yes,
I
yes, I
can
will. So I've
put
created a
it
website that gives you all the different details about the
on
trip.
YouTube. Okay, so if
And
anyone's interested in joining you, they
yeah,
can
and
do
it's
so.
Alchemy of Oneness. That's the website. So alchemy dash of dash oneness,
Alchemy of Oneness.
oneness with dash in between. And so the full details are in there. And if anybody wants to join, I'd be honored.
Are you guiding the group just by yourself, or is there anyone else from
Yeah,
Egypt?
so
And
I'm guiding by myself, but Vivian Zaki, she's the guide in
ah,
Egypt.
Vivian.
So yeah, so the pilgrimage will be led by me, but she will be the guide to take us from temple to temple
Oh
and
wow.
explain all the details of the different temples. she's excellent. I mean,
I know Vivian. So
oh, okay.
Vivian has been on one of my she has been, yeah, on one of my events
Okay.
with I don't know what you know, Bill Holman. Bill
No, I don't.
Holman, who's the guardian of the crystal skull.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't know about
I've
this?
heard of this man. I just don't remember
Mitchell,
the name.
the
Huh?
Mitchell Hedges crystal skull.
Oh,
So she
okay.
came on. We were sending through the crystal skull, we were sending love into Egypt because,
Okay.
of course, Egypt is really important and it
Right.
holds so many mysteries and sacred wisdom. And so she joined us and shared some really interesting information about the pyramid. In fact, she was saying that Giza meant traveling place.
Ah,
And I
okay.
was fascinated because in my mind, I was thinking, okay, because a lot of people travel there. But at the same time, I was thinking traveling also, from
Right.
the stars. Yeah.
Yes.
So they come on Earth, but there may also be beings coming through there from Sirius, Orion, to share their
Yes,
wisdom with
absolutely.
us. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so I
mean,
know
so many people
Vivian.
have had some
Wow.
profound experiences there. So I'm so happy that you know her. You know how brilliant she is,
Yes,
and yeah,
yes,
she's just a encyclopedia, really. Like she just
yes.
knows
She had
everything.
so much interesting information
Yeah.
to
So
share.
I'm so happy that she's, part of my pilgrimage. And so she's going to carry us from the beginning to the end.
Hmm.
She'll be with us. And yeah, I truly love her. She's amazing.
Okay, so I thank you so much, Sylvia, for all this interesting information you shared with us. We had a
Thank you
really
so
nice
much.
chat.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate
Oh,
it.
it's such an honor. So thank you. And I also
Thank
thank
you.
everyone who's listening to us or who will be listening to us.
Yes. Thank you.
And I will stop the recording here.
Okay.